What do you mean you can't get the penguin? Jesse, if we can't get the penguin, then we might as well just forget about the whole thing. Look, just get a chicken and put it in a tuxedo and nobody will know the difference. Alright, I gotta go. What?
Remember,
you're a wizard.
On second thought, let's not have camera.
Still princesses.
Time travel, as you wish.
I believe I deserve some recognition from this board.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
I don't understand.
Which part?
So it's the last Movie Monday for September, and I was trying to think about what I wanted to review for today. I could review another movie off the favorites list, I could review another movie I've seen recently, but I thought, you know, since this is the last Movie Monday this month, I kind of want to do something different. So instead of reviewing a movie that I've already seen, I'm going to review a movie that I have not seen. In fact, I'm going to review a movie that practically no one has seen because it hasn't been released yet. If you've been to see a movie recently, or you are in any way alive at all, then you've probably seen the trailer for the new movie called The Social Network. Pretty much ever since this trailer came out, people have been talking about this movie, whether they're gonna go see it, whether they think it's a load of crap, and I'm here to give my take today. And come the end of this review, you will know whether or not I am planning on seeing this movie on October 1st. Now, this review is done with almost no background research at all. I'm basically giving you my gut reaction to the trailer and what I think this movie is going to be like. So, with that being said, let's take a look at this trailer. So the trailer actually starts out looking pretty much just like an ad for Facebook. And that's exactly what I thought it was when I first saw it. And I thought, okay, well, I don't think Facebook really needs advertising anymore. I think pretty much everybody knows about it. But then all of a sudden, it turned into a movie trailer. And I thought, oh, okay, a movie about Facebook. That's interesting. Well, they make a movie about everything else. I guess it was just a matter of time. Well, it's not just a movie about Facebook. It's a movie about the creators behind Facebook. And looking at the trailer, it all looked fairly dramatic and intelligent, and it looked like it might be a decent movie. But I just couldn't stop thinking to myself, it's a movie about Facebook. I mean, this all happened just a few years ago, right? But I think that's one of the things that makes this movie interesting, because the whole Facebook thing is something that happened within our lifetimes, and we still remember it pretty keenly. In fact, that's one of the things that I've noticed about people who have commented on this movie, is that it just happened a few years ago, and people are still pretty bitter about everything that happened a few years ago. Now, the question of how much of this movie is true, how much of this movie is false, well, like with any historical movie, I don't really think it matters. What matters is that you're telling a compelling story. And then, of course, there's the character of Mark, who is, well, he's hated by a lot of people, let's face it. And I think some people might be concerned that the movie is going to cast him in too good a light, but I think if you look at the trailer, that doesn't really seem like the case. But here's what I'm going to be looking for when I see this movie, and yes, as you've probably already guessed, I am going to go and see this movie. I'm going to be looking for if there's any sort of bias at all with Mark Zuckerberg. Whether it be good or bad, whether they portray him as a saintly visionary or a complete asshole. And what I'm specifically going to be looking for is a morally gray character, somebody who you can see both good attributes and bad attributes, but ultimately you get to make your own decision. As I've said before, it's pretty easy to make a good movie trailer out of a crappy movie. And this is a good movie trailer. I mean, remove from your mind that it's a movie about Facebook and it's a movie about a guy that a lot of people hate. Remove all of those preconceived notions and just look at this trailer. Pretend for a moment that it's a completely fictional story, that it's not based on real events at all, and look at this trailer and tell me if you think this looks like a good movie. Personally, I think it does, and by the time I was done watching the trailer for the first time, I was thinking, yeah, that sounds mildly intriguing, I might go check it out. But then I found out who the writer was. Aaron Sorkin. Now, if you know anything about me at all, you know that Aaron Sorkin is one of my favorite, my favorite screenwriter of all time. His movie from about 15 years ago, The American President, is actually on my top 5 favorite movies. And it's this movie that inspired my all-time favorite television show, The West Wing. Aaron Sorkin is a master of dialogue. He writes the most witty, fast-paced, funny, and yet substantial dialogue you have ever heard in your life. He has wit and snarkiness and great quotable lines coming at you at such a fast pace that you know that no real human being could actually talk like this. And yet when you're listening to his dialogue, you don't care. Because you're just so blown away by its brilliance. And when I watched the trailer again with this information, I thought, yeah, a lot of this is pure Sorkin. Sorkin kind of specializes in writing things that take place behind the scenes, like The American President and The West Wing take place behind the scenes of the White House. And he really makes you think about the people, the real everyday people with both flaws and virtues that work behind the scenes of the White House, or a comedy sketch show, or the creation of Facebook. And he is good at writing characters that are neither wholly good nor wholly bad, but just real people like you and me. And I can honestly say that I think he can write the character of Mark Zuckerberg, to say nothing of the other characters in the story, completely without bias. So for those of you who have your doubts about this movie, I would encourage you not to make judgments based on the fact that it's about Facebook and it's about a guy who a lot of people don't like. Because you can't truly make a judgment call on a movie based on its premise or based on its trailer. You really have to go and see it for yourself. So, go see it for yourself, and then make a judgment. Maybe the movie's brilliant, maybe it's a total piece of crap. I don't know. But I'm gonna go see it and find out for myself. And that does it for this last Movie Monday of September. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a replacement penguin. And yes, I am wearing an awesome t-shirt. I know.